but they threaten to sue everybody. Mgtow comes out, and if you are told, hey, you don't get that raise, you don't get that meritorious promotion because of your political stance, but they won't call it political stance, they'll say because of your chauvinism or your misogyny. That actually has nothing to do with your job, and it's just going to take a few creative lawsuits to send that back in the other direction. And by creative, I mean some brilliant motherfucker who's a really good lawyer who can pick a damn good jury and is willing to fight that fight for years. It's going to happen, though, right? Because I cannot see a culture and a society that is so fucking backwards and so illogical and unrealistic that it can't see the argument. You know, that's a culture and a society and a system that won't be able to support itself. Which takes us back to this other idea that I discussed a little earlier ago. And this is a bit of wandering, but is the gay movement and the feminist movement. They are so far off base. And that as Mgtow makes arguments against the feminist side, and as we grow in numbers and grow in strength and grow in popularity, despite all the pitfalls, the growth will occur. The logical, rational mind, right, is going to expose them for what they are. And in order to defeat rational, logical argument, good, sound reasoning, they're going to have it dismissed, right? They're going to have to destroy it. So in order to do that, they have to destroy society and themselves and everyone else around them. Right? It's the crazy person who says the moon is made out of cheese, and in order for everyone to believe that, they have to completely and totally, right, discount the idea that there isn't a cow big enough or powerful enough to squirt cheese that high in the air. Right? But in order for everyone to believe that, you'd have to completely subscribe to fantasy. And completely subscribe to fantasy, and that's exactly what this feminist movement is about. It's about denying reality and subscribing to fantasy. Same with the homosexual movement. They have to subscribe to fantasy, this idea that there's nothing wrong with what's going on. And I'm not talking about, well, there's a percentage of people that are just gay. I'm talking about this idea that they're the norm and we're the aberration. Right? Anyways, pitfalls. You know, at some point we all have to decide for ourselves. And this is the nice part. Is Mgtow worth it as a larger entity, as a larger idea? Well, I think it is. But if it gets attacked, right? If we start succumbing to these pitfalls, is it worth supporting? And if the answer is no, because of the danger, the threat of the pitfall, right? You being castigated, destroyed, unemployed, you know, can you just do it quietly? Well, there's going to come a point, if that's the case, right? If being free and thinking for yourself is destroyed on a collective level, it's going to be destroyed on an individual level. Because how long can you survive? How long can you survive as an individual quietly being Mgtow? Someone's going to notice you don't have a girlfriend. Someone's going to notice you don't have kids and you're not married. Someone will notice, right? So we might as well go the other way. You know, one of the qualities of the masculine is aggression. One of the qualities or attributes of intelligence is to form a conclusion and then take action on it. The other other part that comes with that is intelligent discrimination. When should you do something, and how strongly should you approach it? Right? It doesn't do any good to be brave and run out there and get your head chopped off. So if you're in one of those Canadian areas where you can get in trouble for upsetting somebody, for God's sake, fuck. You know, when you can lose your job or even be faced with a civil or criminal penalty, financial penalty, because you've hurt someone's feelings, I would get out of that country. And I know there's really very few places to run, so, you know, to be a discriminating, intelligent person is also there. But as a man, you do need to stand up. You do need to put pressure. And I think it's for that very reason in England and Canada, and even in America, they're starting to try and make speech illegal. Because if you cannot speak the word, how can you have a law created to protect yourself from someone else's bad idea? And that is the negative pitfall. You can quietly be Mgtow all you want, but they're going to come for you. They've incrementally pushed men into the closet, and now they're trying to lock the door, right? Yank the closet out of the house, wrap it in steel, encase it in concrete, and drop it in the ocean and drown us. See, once they've decided that you can't speak up anymore, that you cannot speak against, not just speak against what other people want to think of you, right? The feminists. But to speak, period. When you've lost your ability to speak, then you've lost your ability to speak up on any subject. If discussing your right as a human being is criminal, where the fuck are you going? You are now a slave. But that's what they want. They want you not to be able to speak up. And then you're pushed back into that closet. And perhaps that's why I've seen some interesting comments, and I've seen some interesting donations. We'll just call it that. I've seen corporate donations. Is that because people on that level, people with a business sense and a legal sense, recognize where this is going? Right? It's not just about where you're at today, it's about where this is going in the future. Right? The pitfall of being Mgtow is going to be the pitfall of being a man. And just to be a man is going to be dangerous and have a penalty associated with it. You know, are you going to have to stand up in front of a camera every day and say a feminist, pro-gay salute, deny your manhood, right, and admit that you're a piece of filth that humanity has to have but hates, before you're issued a 8-hour travel visa to get you to work and back? I mean, what dystopian, ridiculous societal model is coming for men if we don't do something now? You see the thing with the homosexuals, because they were allowed to sit in their closet and say whatever they wanted. If they wanted to come out of their closet, they could say what they wanted. And so they did. Same with the feminists. But men, you're being told get in the closet and shut the fuck up. You're being told you can't come out of the closet. You're being told if you come out of the closet, you're breaking the law. So we have to ask ourselves, there's a pitfall to being Mgtow. You could lose your friends, your family. You could lose your job. But if you don't do anything, the danger, the threat, is you're not going to be allowed to be Mgtow, even inside your own head. And even if you could, would you want to be Mgtow inside your own head? trapped in the smallest of prisons. Right? What a fucked up world. You know, I'm an ex-Marine, and when it comes to the groups that I'm associated with,